Hey guys, I'm sorry about the connection problem. Wi-Fi here isn't the greatest, but I'm going to make a video basically going through the questions that you had for me and what school is like for me. So I go to FIDM, and that's the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising. They have 4 different campuses. The main one is in Los Angeles. There's San Francisco where I go, there's San Diego, and there's Orange County. And I'm in the merchandise marketing program, which is probably the broadest major at FIDM. So I'm going to start with your questions first. And the first one was, how did you decide fashion was a career you wanted to go into? And I don't think I ever really switched careers like growing up. When I was little, I always wanted to go into fashion. I thought I'd be doing design. But as I got into high school, I started taking marketing classes and business classes, and I realized that I love business and I love fashion, so I thought I would just combine the two, and I'm now in merchandise marketing, and I love it. So I just think it was always fashion for me, and then I just got interested in business. Can you explain the application process to get into FIDM? The application process was very extensive. It was unlike any other application I did. First, you had to pick your major, and then that major had a specific project that you had to do. So I had to create a lookbook, and I had to create my typical customer, what their life is like, their budget, and then I had to create 6 different outfits for them and make sure that they can afford it and that's something they would like. And I had to write a paper along with that. And then I needed 4 recommendation letters, which is quite a lot for an application. And then after all that, I had a phone interview since I lived out of state. And that was with the director in LA. And then they kind of go over your project with you. They just ask you standard questions, and then they tell you at the end of the phone call whether you got accepted or not. So it was really nerve-wracking, but I did obviously get accepted, and that was my #1 school that I wanted to go to, so I obviously chose that one. How long will your program last? My program is 2 years, and it's different because we don't do general ed courses that most colleges do. So we basically go straight into our major, which is really nice. I don't have to waste my time taking classes that aren't going to benefit me or my major. So we go straight into the major, and that's why the program is so short. And it's also a year-round school. So if I wanted to, I could go in the summer, but I'm taking the summer off. What is California like compared to Wisconsin? So it was kind of a culture shock at first because it is completely different out here. First of all, the weather is way nicer, which I love. But I just think the people here are a lot different. I live in one of like the most diverse cities in the U.S. San Francisco definitely has a lot of different cultures and people, and I definitely have seen stuff that I didn't want to see. But that's what happens when you take, like, they have the Muni or BART, and that's what gets you around in the city, and some crazies, but for the most part, it's good. And I think just the way people act here and talk, everyone's very professional in the city, and a lot of business people, so when you're downtown, you see a lot of that. And everyone thinks I have an accent, too, so if you do go to college out of state, be prepared for people to make you say certain words, because we apparently say them really funny. What is the best piece of advice to high school seniors? I think just keep focused. Even after you get accepted into a college, still work hard, because that college does have the right to take back your acceptance if you start failing your classes after you got accepted. So definitely stay focused, but have fun. It's senior year. I love senior year, so I know everyone's just waiting to graduate, but definitely stay focused and have fun. The next one is, what is the living situation like, dorms or apartments? So FIDM's really different. If you go to the LA campus, they have kind of a dorm. They rent out a floor of an apartment building, and that is your dorm. Or you can do independent living. But here in San Francisco, they don't have that option, so you have to basically find your own housing, which the market here in San Francisco is awful. It took me about a year to find a place, and that's because it's very competitive here. We have Google headquarters, Twitter headquarters, and they're basically dominating the market right now and taking all the housing, which is isn't very nice, and it's very expensive here. The cost of living in California is another thing that's different, is so different than Wisconsin. Basically, what can get you like a studio apartment here in San Francisco could basically buy you a mansion in Wisconsin. Like, I live in a 2-bedroom and it's $2,400 a month, and that's insane to some people, but that's honestly like the cheapest place you can find here. So it's a lot different. What career will your educational path lead to? I'm merchandise marketing, like I said, and a lot of people go into that major and they want to be a buyer, and that's basically you work for a store and you basically pick what's going to be sold in the store, and that is something that I'm interested in. I think after school I'd love to be a buyer for a big department store, something like Saks Fifth Avenue or Barney's or something like that. I'm really into that. And eventually I want to open up my own boutique and be my own buyer. And I love styling, so I would love to do closet buyouts for my store, and that's basically where you go into someone's home and you basically revamp their wardrobe for them. And you take out pieces and you kind of help them create a new wardrobe for them, which I think would be a lot of fun. And I'm also would be interested in celebrity styling. That's something I'm also very interested in. What has been your favorite part of fashion school so far? I think finally going to school and like being interested in what I'm learning about. I think that makes me more motivated to learn because I'm actually fascinated by this stuff. And just to be surrounded by students who are interested in the same thing as me. I've met so many amazing people in school already, and it's just, we all click so much because we're all there for the same reason, and we all have these same goals, and they want determination and success, and I think that's really refreshing to be around those types of people. So those are the questions you asked, and I'm going to make another video just talking about life at FIDM and some of the things that I've been doing lately.